Redditors who went to prison, what went through your head on the first day? They gave me someone else's withdrawal meds by mistake. Spent the first day in a blessed stupor. I've lost my job, my apartment. Rizzo is going to have to go back to the shelter. I'm going to prison for a very long time. My life is literally over. But my boss came and put money in my books when he heard what had happened. He assured me that I still had a job whenever I got out. I kept my apartment to the end of my lease. I still have Rizzo, a coworker who used to date a lawyer who got me 3 years probation, and the same coworker convinced his current boyfriend to put up $10,000 bail. They saved my life. Your like and subscription will really help my channel. I yawned every time I walked into a new room because it was the most neutral expression I could think of. I was afraid if I didn't smile, I'd look aggressive or angry, and that if I did, I might look cocky or weak, so I yawned. My friend was sent to juvie for a month when they found a pocket knife on him after getting into a fight at school. He was a pretty good kid, but found out his girlfriend was cheating on him with another guy, so he pummeled him. He said he was just in his cell crying the first day. He thought he was never going to see anyone again, or that he would get killed in there. Afterwards, he said he didn't talk to anyone, but that everyone was generally nice to him in there. Not for the last time, I am scared at the similarity between prison and basic military training. I smell awful. He smells awful. Holy shit, I am bored. There is no way out, and I took my freedom for granted. Went to jail for shock treatment and had to stay 2 weekends, 7 a.m. Saturday to 7 a.m. Monday. You go in for processing, get naked, and then spread your asshole and cough. They take you to your cell, and you worry about meeting the prisoners. Will they be normal? Hopefully they are cool. Most likely will be if you are staying for a short time. Realize there is an actual toilet 2 feet from your bed. This is where people shit, sometimes while you are trying to sleep. That's the weirdest part. Well, there goes my job. And I also buried all my future career prospects. At 21, after summer of drugs and drinking, I committed a crime that resulted in 8 years in a maximum security prison. At first, I thought I would get off easy. County jail. I slept with my shoes on the first night, thinking I was going home any day. Everything was routine: breakfast, TV, exercise. 6 months later, they wanted to make an example out of me. 8 years in state prison in New York. That first night in state prison, completely different ballgame. First, leaving county jail, you're in shackles, legs shackled to the guy next to you. The bus brought us under the prison, hundreds of inmates into what I would call a factory of processing humans for incarceration. Searched, stripped, showered, clothed, all while hearing the noise of a couple thousand inmates above you, not knowing what kind of madhouse you're stepping into. At that moment, the main thing is to survive the shock and the realization that you will have to sit for many more years. You need to understand that you can survive anything. Time will move faster if you get a solid routine and just follow direction. Don't go to jail, kids. Being separated from everything was the worst. Well, this isn't so bad, seeing that I was recently homeless. I think the first thing that went through my mind was, how can I mentally prepare myself to survive this? Then when you get moved to your cell, it changes instantly. Who's sizing me up? After that, while laying on the bunk, it's, I'm going to have a lot of unpaid bills when I get out. Basically just thoughts of what the hell I did. I was extremely intoxicated and woke up when it was time to get out of the back of the cop car. When I realized, I was in such shock that my heart almost stopped beating. I was sentenced to jail for 3 months and did 67 days. Relentless anxiety for the months leading up to it, and then within like 10 minutes of being there, I knew it was going to be fine. Walked into a room with like 30 dudes watching The Price is Right. 1 person I knew from high school, 2 people I knew from college. The dorm had a cappuccino, snack, and soda vending machine. I worked in the kitchen for 12 hours a day, slept for 8, watched TV for 4. Realizing as the acid wore off that this was in fact not a dream, as I originally suspected, and the stack of previously illegible pages of charges and huge bail sum that I thrown all over the cell was probably important. I was in jail, not prison. This sucks. Oh, the people are a lot nicer than I thought. This is gonna be boring. Food sucks. I have to shit in front of everyone. This sucks. Some people were assholes, but most were okay. Just trying to pass the time while doing their time. Played chess, worked out, did some writing. My dad is a storyteller and went to prison 3 times, but he never went back because his last cellmate was an 80-year-old man who told him, "I've been here since I was your age. In case you're bad at math, that's 60 years. I have no chance of parole, and I know I'm going to die here. You think being here for however long you're in for is bad? Imagine knowing there's no way out. You best straighten yourself before you end up like me, son." My dad never went back. Your like and subscription will really help my channel.